What's up guys, Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and today we're taking a look at the Streamline lift. Let's get to it. The lift is a stable driver from MVP. It's part of the Streamline family, so it is a solo mold. Its flight characteristics are a speed of 9, a glide of 5, a turn of -2, and a fade of 1.5. Now you might be saying, those numbers sound really familiar, and you'd be right. The lift shares the same flight characteristics as the Axiom Insanity. Now again, you might be saying, why would MVP make the same disc twice? Right here I have the specs from the PDGA website, from the disc approvals, and you'll see they are two different discs. You know, they have the same characteristics, but the dimensions are very different. The height, the rim depth, all that good stuff are different. So they are two unique discs. But you still might be saying then, why would MVP make, two discs with the same characteristics? And I've talked about overlap before, so I don't want to, beat this dead horse again. Real quick version is basically, if it's an important slot, meaning a lot of players should be filling this spot in their bag, you're going to see brands offering a bit of overlap in these areas because they want you to be comfortable. They want to make sure the disc fits your hand properly, fits your game properly. So that's where you're going to see this overlap. The reason why you're going to see focus on this like 8 to 9 speed driver range is because for most moderate arm players, 8 to 9 speed is going to be your max distance driver. It's not a knock on you guys, just no matter what, like if you throw the joke is, if most people who buy destroyers can't throw them properly, and I've just seen it personally, I've seen people throw 11, 12, 13 speed drivers, and then I'll reach into my bag, hand them a volt, and they'll throw it, have a lot more control over it, and it'll go basically the exact same distance. At certain arm speeds for people, you'll just see a big drop off where you're getting very little distance gain and a whole lot of inconsistency in accuracy. So it's not a knock, guys. Play to the equipment that suits your game. If you want to throw the high speed stuff, you might have to put the work in, do the stretches, work on your form, do the drills, get there if you want to. For me, I capped myself at 11 speed because I saw myself throwing 12, 13, 14 speeds even. And I was only gaining a few feet, and it was just spray and pray, had no control. So I capped myself at 11 because I saw my photons were flying just as nice, had a lot more consistency. So that's where I cut myself off. For people with faster arms, the reason why you want to have something in the 8 to 9 speed range is because you sacrifice a little distance, not much because of your arm speed, but gain so much control. There's a reason why, especially in the woods, you see James Conrad go to the Volt, Jeremy Colin go to a Thunderbird, Eric Oakley go to a Vandal. You want to have that control, and it's worth losing a little bit of distance to be able to, thread that fairway and stay in the fairway. So that's why this disc is so important to a lot of players, and why you see so much overlap in the slot. So, rant over now. Without further ado, let's head out to the field and see how the lift flies. For today's test throws, we did have some tailwind, about 5 miles an hour. It was a little gusty. I did my best to make sure my throws occurred when the wind wasn't too bad, so we could get a good read on this disc. Thrown flat, the lift should have a little bit of turnover for you, but have a nice good ride forward before fading out. The lift is a very workable disc on hyzer. You can cover everything from a spike hyzer to a hyzer flip, and as you can see here, with a little bit of angle, you get a nice fade out to the left. You have to give the lift some angle for anhyzer. It definitely has enough stability to hold that pan and even fight out at the end. The lift felt incredibly comfortable for forehand, definitely handles the torque and throws a nice straight line before fading out. And finally, because the wind picked up and work has been rough, I just wanted to mash this disc. And to wrap things up, I really enjoyed throwing the lift today. Token phrase, it feels good in the hand, but every disc feels good in somebody's hand. But this one does fit me really nicely, especially forehand. This feels really nice. So, I used to throw the Insanity, and if you gave me the choice, gotta throw the lift or the Insanity, I'm reaching for a lift. So that's a nice surprise for me. I do currently throw the Volt as an 8-speed stable driver, and I'm really comfortable with it. Again, feels great in my hand, so I don't see them getting kicked out of my bag and me joining Team Lift just yet. If we do see the lift in plasma, though, I will definitely visit that because I love my plasma plastic. So if you're interested in trying out the lift, check out my description below. I do have a link to the Basket Bashers website. We do have some special edition Proton lifts left. Nice thing about Streamline is because it is solo mold, it's actually cheaper by a few bucks than MVP and Axiom. So if you are going to try and fill this stable driver spot and you want to save a few bucks, I mean, Streamline has given you a great option here. So again, guys, moderate arm speed, high arm speed, I think you guys can all benefit from this disc. So yeah, if you're looking to fill that slot in your bag, check out a Streamline lift. Thank you for watching my review of the Streamline lift. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and other disc golf content. Lastly, thank you to my sponsor. For all your disc golf needs, including a Streamline lift, check out Basket Bashers Disc Golf.